Okay, finally, we're back. So we got Corey on the Black Car version 2 belt drive. We got Sean on the Eovan, whatever you want to call it. And then I am on the Kaly. So, I know it's been a while since I made a video, but honestly, I tried. In the middle of the winter, we went on a cool off-road ride. That's why the Eovan has the AT tires. We took the Kaly and the Eovan on an off-road ride. It was epic, it was awesome, I loved it. But like 6 minutes of the 11 minutes of video that I shot had no sound. Check it out, here's some of the footage. So we came to a crossroad. I have no idea which way to go, so we're gonna pull up the map and figure it out. I remember seeing the baseball fields. I thought that's where this trail kind of ended. Maybe this takes us to the road and that takes you to the baseball fields and then that's it. But we'll see. So the Kaly ain't doing really good. The Eovan holding its own for what it is. The Kaly ain't doing amazing. I got my ride armor jacket on. Probably one of my favorite pieces of gear that I own, especially in the cooler weather and wind like this. It blocks the wind and it keeps me warm, and I'm protected. So if you want any of that stuff, just look in the description. I try to get you discounts for everything that I use and buy, but except for the Kaly, I don't have discount on that. There is a discount on the Eovan there, discount on the jacket if you want it. Just look in the description. Sure enough, kind of looks like a ending. Let's go, Kaly. Let's go, Kaly. I don't know if the Eovan's gonna make it up all this. This is like mountain biking. Whoa. Kaly's making it though. Not just making it, but doing amazing. Okay, so there's times that I kind of regret buying the Kaly. It's really expensive, you know, it's $4,000. But today, on this terrain, on going off-road, you know, on any of the gravel stuff, on really rough terrain, the Kaly is just amazing. Like if I turn around, I don't even know where Sean is or if he's even coming. And he's pretty fearless when it comes to riding over any terrain. He's still coming. But it's night and day difference on what the boards are capable of off-road. So if you want to do a lot of off-road riding, man, find me a better board than the Kaly. I mean, it could use, I really need to get some bindings. So if anybody out there watching and you know of some good bindings that you've tried and they work real well, if I can not put holes in my board, I don't really want to, but I think I'm gonna have to run bindings. So, but if you know of some binding, just throw them up in the comments. This is that soft, that real soft stuff that I'm talking about. See that? I mean, this is sand right here, but these fatty tires, they float over top of it. So I went through it just fine. Sean with those skinny tires, he's gonna have a hard time getting through that. See, they're just gonna sink. That's what the fatty tire do for me where I ride. Any of that sand or moon dust, real loose stuff, it just floats over top of it instead of cutting through it. Well, we hit the dead end of that trail. Now we're gonna try to find some sidewalks and stuff and get to another point. But yeah, it's been fun so far. All right, so we're done. GPS has us at 15.5 mile. The Kaly has us at 16.1, so it's still not perfect, but I'm sitting at 63% battery. The Eovan is pretty much dead. What are you at? 14%. Yeah, Kaly's still at 63% with the fatty tire, so it's doing good, especially for the terrain we were riding on there. A lot of hills, a lot of gravel, so it did well. All right, I'll throw up the end video, but thanks for coming along on our little adventure, and we'll catch you on the next one. So yeah, couldn't really use that I was gonna redo it, but then winter really set in here in Colorado, and you can see there is still snow up on the mountains. It's a kind of chilly 40 degrees, 8 o'clock in the morning, a little bit of chilly day, but we're out riding. So let's get into this. Corey grew up on a longboard. He longboarded his whole life, especially in college, never really on the electrics. So Sean let him ride the Wowgo a couple times, and both times the Wowgo broke down because it's junk. So it wasn't really a good experience, and I said, hey dude, I got a board that you're gonna absolutely love. It's probably my favorite board, and that's the Onsra Black Card version 2. It has the Nebula on it, and it also has the Riptide bushing from Onsra California. That is just a plug and play design. They send you all the bushing that you need based on your weight. You just throw them in. There's no guesswork, everything in a kit. It's really awesome. So that's what he's on, and I know that he's gonna absolutely love it. His wife is probably gonna hate me from here on out because he's gonna want to buy probably that exact setup. So let's get into this. Let's get on a ride finally, and yeah, see how everybody fares on this ride. We're on the trail, one of my favorite trails here in Colorado Springs, Old Faithful. Dude, he's like a natural. Like, yeah. Oh, this thing? Yeah, I know how to do this. Let me show you old folks how to do this. So we're off the trail. They're building a ramp or something there. They have it closed instead of going around. They had detour signs, but there's like 2 signs and then they just stopped. So now we're paralleling the trail, hoping that we can find a bridge to cross and get back on the trail. The trail does cross back over about a mile or 2 down, but hey, look, Sean, that's all brand new concrete. Nice. Oh man. Okay. So that used to be the roughest asphalt. Like, that's why we bought cloud wheels with that section of this trail specifically. So the fact that they're putting all the concrete, I don't even care. They're detour. I was gonna complain a little bit. Nah, I don't care. I don't care. That is so awesome, and they're already done with all that. Oh, that's gonna be so amazing. Could you imagine if they fixed the bridges too? Dude. Okay, so this part used to be really terrible asphalt, and there's a bridge up here that had boards on it, and the boards would actually separate. So every time that you went over it, you might be trying to ride your board over like a 2 to 3 inch gap. We had to be really careful, go really slow. I want to see if they've done anything to the face of the bridge, because some of the bridge on here, well, they replaced all the boards. All right, some of the bridge up north are concrete. They replaced all the boards. Oh man, this is so nice compared to what it was. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for them to open that up. This is gonna be the best trail in all of Colorado Springs now. Okay, so just got done with the ride. 17.6 miles. Pretty gnarly hills and stuff. The Eovan, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty much dead. I mean, Sean weighed a little bit more. What do you weigh now?
225.
225. It's pretty much dead with the AT tire and going up the hills. The Onsra barely at like 50%. It's still good. It can keep going. And of course the Kaly, I don't even know what it's at. The app says like 75% or something like that, but who knows? It's still going strong. Pulls harder than ever. So yeah, all three boards did well. So Corey, first time being on like this type of electric skateboard, right? You tried the Wowgo a couple times, but you grew up longboarding.
Yes.
Just took the Kaly out for a ride. First of all, what do you think about the Onsra? Now, I'm going to precursor this with, I haven't really told him much about the Onsra. I said that I put some bushings. Obviously, it has the Nebula on it, and it looks really cool. Other than that, what do you think about the board?
I think it was really smooth. There were a couple times, like with the bushings being so loose, that like I would hit a bump, and then it would kind of like make the back jump, and I would like almost like curve into it, like biffing it.
Yeah.
But, other than that, like I think I got to reach like 24, 25 miles an hour on that road.
That's crazy.
And I felt smooth. Like I didn't get any hints of like wobbles or anything like that.
And I think it's your experience on longboarding. I mean, Sean and I were middle-aged, overweight men. We were kind of struggling to keep up with you because of your experience of longboarding. So you have that no fear type thing, and
yeah,
you're just going, which is awesome. I was worried, honestly, coming out. I thought you weighed less. So Corey weighed 200, I weigh 200. I have the board set up the way I want to, and that's like my favorite street board. So I was worried that I'm going to have to tighten down the bushings and then have to find my spot again. But yeah, Corey jumped on it and just rocked it. Yeah. So you just took the Kaly out. What do you think about the Kaly?
That one's like sneaky quiet, and you know, it actually does carve pretty well.
Yeah.
For being as big as it is. But yeah, that one's fun, and like going on the off-road little section that I just did, yeah, I could barely tell.
Right. It's so today we dubbed this. We're gonna name it a monster truck name, probably Gravedigger, because I was running over everything. That's my favorite part about the Kaly, is the off-road capability, or just not having to worry about all this stuff on the trails or different bumps and whatnot. And then also the distance of it, the power, awesome up hills. But yeah, so finally got the boards back out. Stay tuned. We'll get some more video in. It's just starting to warm up. This is going to be an ongoing thing. And for those that stayed around this long, sneak peek, I did order the Cloud Wheel ATs, so that will eventually go on that board. And I think we got Corey hooked, so we might be able to take 3 boards out every time we go and give you guys updates. But so far they're all running great, and I still love both of the two boards. The two boards are my 2 favorite boards. Completely different mission sets, if you want to call it that, or things to do with them. That's going to stay pretty much a street board, and that's going to stay the way it is. But yeah, stay tuned for more content.